Chosen one, God is moving in a way beyond anything you have witnessed before. You did not arrive at this moment by chance. If something within you urged you to stop and listen, it is because I am drawing you into a divine appointment that has the power to transform your life. I am preparing to do something unlike anything you have experienced, and it is connected to your journey, your perseverance, your pain, and the faith you continued to hold on to when everything around you seemed uncertain. What is coming is more than another blessing. It is the beginning of a new season in the way heaven moves on your behalf. If you overlook this moment, you could miss a deeply personal work that has been prepared to lift the burdens you have carried for so long. I am bringing old cycles to an end, changing outcomes that once seemed permanent, and entering your circumstances in ways that exceed every expectation you have held. What I am about to do cannot be measured by what has happened before, because your obedience, your endurance, and your quiet confidence in me have prepared the way for something entirely new. Type Amen if you agree. I want you to fully understand what I am saying. This is not an empty promise or a distant possibility. When I declare that I am doing the impossible, I am speaking about situations that have remained unchanged for years suddenly beginning to move. I am speaking of doors that stayed firmly shut opening without struggle, and burdens that have followed you for season after season, finally losing their power over your life. This new work will not resemble anything from your past, because I am not repeating old patterns or restoring yesterday's experiences. I am creating something fresh, something designed for the person you have become through every trial, every disappointment, and every lesson. The struggles you endured have transformed you in ways you may not yet fully recognize, and now I am preparing blessings that match the strength, wisdom, and character those seasons have produced within you. And now that shaping is about to reveal its purpose, there is a reason you have felt different, even when you could not explain it. There were moments when you felt like giving up, when you questioned everything, when you wondered if I was even listening. But I was watching closely, not to judge you, but to prepare something that required your exact level of endurance. You were not being ignored. You were being positioned. What I am about to release into your life requires a version of you that has been tested, stretched, and refined. And now that version of you is ready to receive what is coming. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment and like this video, because this connection is not random, and your response matters more than you realize. You need to hear this deeply, because doubt will try to speak to you after this moment. Doubt will remind you of your past failures, your delays, and the times things did not work out. But what I am doing now is not tied to those past outcomes. I am stepping outside of the patterns you have known, and I am rewriting the way things unfold for you. What once took years will now happen in moments. What once felt impossible will begin to feel natural. This is the shift that comes when heaven responds to a life that refused to give up. There is also something very important you must understand about why you are the reason behind this. It is not because you are perfect, and it is not because you did everything right. It is because you stayed connected to me even when it was hard, even when you did not see results, even when you felt alone. That kind of faith is rare, and it moves me in ways that go beyond what you can see. You did not realize it. But every time you chose to keep going, you were building something that would eventually call for a response unlike anything before. Type 777. If you trust God right now, there are things aligning around you that you cannot yet see. People, opportunities, and moments are being arranged in ways that will soon become clear. You may not feel it fully yet. But there is movement happening, and it is moving in your favor. This is not luck, and it is not coincidence. This is the result of everything you have carried, everything you have endured, and everything you have believed, even when it felt like nothing was changing. I am turning those unseen efforts into visible results. You have asked me questions in silence. Questions you never spoke out loud. You wondered if things would ever change, if you would ever feel peace again, if you would ever see the kind of breakthrough you have been hoping for. I heard every one of those thoughts, even when you felt like they disappeared into nothing. And now I am answering. Not in a small way, but in a way that will make you realize I was always closer than you thought. This is why it is important for you to stay present and open right now. Do not let distraction pull you away from this moment, because what I am placing in your spirit needs your attention. You are stepping into a time where clarity will replace confusion, where direction will replace uncertainty, and where strength will rise in places where you once felt weak. This is not something you have to force. It is something you will begin to experience as you stay connected to me. I know the weight you have been carrying, even the parts you have hidden from others. I know the nights when your thoughts would not settle, the moments when your heart felt heavy without a clear reason. But those moments were not wasted. They were shaping your capacity to receive what is coming next. I do not waste pain, and I do not overlook endurance. Everything you went through is now becoming part of the foundation for what I am about to build in your life. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities, supported by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is a shift happening inside you as well. Not just around you. You will begin to think differently, to see differently, to respond differently. Things that once triggered fear will no longer have the same power over you. You will feel a new kind of calm, a quiet confidence that does not come from circumstances, but from knowing that I am actively working in your life. This is part of the impossible I am doing because it is not just external change. It is internal transformation. This is where the impossible begins to reveal itself, not as a distant idea, but as a living reality in your daily life. You will notice things happening that cannot be explained by logic alone. And that is because I am moving in ways that go beyond the limits you once believed in. What you are about to witness is the unfolding of something that was prepared long before you recognized it. There will be moments where you feel overwhelmed by how quickly things start to change. Situations that once seemed fixed will begin to move, and people who were once distant may suddenly reappear with different intentions. This is not confusion. This is alignment. I am repositioning everything around you so that it matches what I have prepared for you. You may not understand every step, but you will feel the shift, and that feeling will guide you forward. Even when your mind tries to question it, type yes to receive miracles. You have carried a quiet strength for a long time, even when you felt like you were breaking inside. That strength was not something you created on your own. It was something I was building within you. Every time you chose to keep going instead of giving up, you are allowing that strength to grow deeper. Now that strength is becoming the foundation for what I am about to place in your hands, you are not receiving this because of chance. You are receiving it because you have been prepared to handle it. There is also something important happening in your relationships, even if you have not fully noticed it yet. Some connections will begin to fade. Not because you did something wrong, but because they no longer align with where you are going. At the same time, new connections will begin to form, and they will feel different from the very beginning. These are not temporary interactions. These are purposeful alignments that will support what I am doing in your life. Trust the changes even when they feel uncomfortable at first. You have been asking for clarity, and now clarity is coming. But it may not come in the way you expected. Instead of loud answers, you will begin to feel a quiet knowing inside you. This knowing will guide your decisions, your actions, and even your thoughts. It will feel like a gentle pull leading you in the right direction without forcing you. This is how I speak when I want you to walk in alignment with what I have prepared. There is a release happening right now, and it is removing things that have been holding you back without you realizing it. Old fears, limiting beliefs, and patterns that kept repeating are being broken. You may feel lighter without understanding why, and that is because I am lifting burdens you have carried for too long. You do not have to fight those battles anymore because I am removing their hold over you. This is part of the impossible work, freeing you from things that once seemed permanent. Type 111 to affirm. You will begin to see signs of this change in small ways at first. A conversation that brings unexpected peace, an opportunity that appears without effort, or a moment where you feel completely at ease for no clear reason. These are not random moments. They are confirmations that what I am doing is already in motion. Pay attention to them, because they will strengthen your trust and help you recognize the path I am guiding you on. The more you notice, the more you will understand how deeply I am involved in your life. There is also a restoration taking place, one that goes deeper than what you have been asking for. It is not just about getting back what was lost. It is about receiving something greater in its place. What you lost was part of your journey, but what you are about to receive is part of your purpose. This is why it feels different, because it is not a return to the past. It is a step into something new. I am not taking you back. I am moving you forward. You have been patient in ways that others could not see. You waited when it would have been easier to walk away. You believed when it would have been easier to doubt. That patience has not gone unnoticed. It has created a space for something greater to enter your life. Now that space is being filled with opportunities, blessings, and moments that will remind you why you held on. Nothing you went through was meaningless. And now you are beginning to see why. There is also a protection surrounding you that you may not fully recognize. Things that could have harmed you were kept away. Paths that could have led to pain were quietly closed. You may have felt frustrated when certain things did not work out, but those moments were part of your protection. Now you are being guided into paths that are safe, aligned, and filled with purpose. This is another part of the impossible, the unseen protection that has been working in your favor all along. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness, verified by 4 neuroscience labs. This technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. As you continue forward, you will notice a growing sense of peace inside you. This peace will not depend on what is happening around you. It will remain steady even when things are changing quickly. This is how you will know that what I am doing is real. It will not bring confusion or fear. It will bring clarity and calm. Even in the middle of change, you will feel grounded because you are being held by something greater than your circumstances. But what I am doing now requires a different kind of trust. One that moves even when the full picture is not visible yet. This is where the impossible continues to reveal itself. Not just through events around you, but through the way you begin to walk forward with quiet confidence. You are not being asked to force anything, only to stay aligned with what you feel deep inside. There will be moments when you look back and realize how much has already changed without you noticing it at first. Things that once disturbed your peace will no longer affect you the same way. Situations that once drained your energy will begin to lose their hold over you. This is not because those things disappeared on their own, but because I am changing how they interact with your life. I am strengthening your inner world so that your outer world begins to respond differently. Type 2 to claim miracles. You are also entering a time where your voice will carry a different kind of weight. When you speak, people will listen in ways they did not before. When you act, your actions will have a deeper impact than you expect. This is not about gaining attention. It is about stepping into the influence that was always meant for you. You were not created to stay hidden or to doubt your place in this world. What I am doing now is bringing you into a position where your presence itself becomes meaningful. There is something important you need to understand about timing because you have questioned it many times. You wondered why things did not happen when you expected them to. Why doors remained closed when you felt ready to walk through them. But the truth is, the timing was never against you. It was shaping you so that when the doors opened, you would be able to walk through them without losing yourself. Now the timing is shifting, and you will begin to see movement where there was once stillness. You will also notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer and more focused. Confusion that once clouded your decisions will begin to fade away. You will feel a sense of direction that does not come from overthinking, but from a deep inner knowing. This is how I guide when I want you to move with confidence instead of hesitation. Trust that clarity, even if it feels new, because it is part of the transformation happening within you. There is a restoration of joy taking place inside you as well. Not the kind of joy that depends on circumstances, but a quiet, steady joy that remains even in uncertain moments. This joy is a sign that your spirit is aligning with what I am doing. It is not forced, and it does not need a reason to exist. It simply begins to grow as you stay connected to me. This is another way the impossible reveals itself, by bringing light into places that once felt heavy. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, you have also been protected from paths that would have led you away from your purpose. There were moments when you felt disappointed because something did not work out the way you hoped. But those moments were part of a greater plan to keep you aligned with what is meant for you. What you saw as rejection was often redirection. Now you are being led into spaces where your presence is not only accepted, but needed. There is a deep healing happening within you, even in areas you have not fully acknowledged. Old wounds, silent disappointments, and hidden fears are being released, one layer at a time. You may feel emotions rising that you cannot fully explain, but they are not there to overwhelm you. They are there to be released so that you can move forward without carrying the weight of the past. I am making room within you for something greater. As this process continues, you will begin to recognize your own strength in a new way, not as something you had to force, but as something that naturally exists within you. You will look at situations that once felt impossible and realize that they no longer intimidate you. This is because you are no longer the same person who faced them before. You have grown, even in ways you did not notice at the time. There is also a new level of awareness coming into your life. You will begin to notice things you once overlooked. You will sense when something aligns with your path and when it does not. This awareness will protect you from unnecessary struggles and guide you toward what truly matters. It will feel like a quiet guidance that is always present, helping you navigate each step with greater ease. You are not walking this path alone. Even when it feels quiet around you, I am present in every step you take, in every decision you make, and in every moment where you choose to trust instead of doubt. This connection is not something that comes and goes. It is constant. The more you become aware of it, the stronger it will feel, and as it grows, you will begin to understand just how deeply I am involved in your life. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say that God in Gops miners are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is still more unfolding, and each moment will bring new understanding. What you are experiencing now is only the beginning of a greater shift that will continue to reveal itself. Stay open to what you feel. Stay grounded in your trust and allow the process to continue without resistance. The impossible is not a distant event. It is something that is already taking shape within and around you. This is because I am not asking you to struggle your way into what I have prepared. I am guiding you into it with a steady hand, removing resistance and opening paths that align with who you have become. The impossible is not meant to exhaust you. It is meant to reveal what happens when I take the lead in your life. There will be moments when you pause and realize that something you once prayed for is now becoming real. It may not look exactly how you imagined it, but it will feel right in a way that goes deeper than your expectations. This is how you will recognize that it comes from me. Even in the middle of change, it will be accompanied by a deep and lasting peace. You will not feel trapped in endless doubt or constant questioning, because something within your spirit will quietly confirm that this is the path prepared for you. Type 1. 0 to receive blessings. I also want you to understand that this season is about far more than receiving blessings. It is about becoming the person who is ready to carry them well. Everything I have been doing has been shaping your heart, your character, and your perspective, so that what I place in your hands will never cause you to lose your balance. That is why your journey has included both victories and hardships. Each one has been necessary to prepare you for this moment. Now you are stepping into a stronger, wiser version of yourself, one that is ready for what lies ahead. New opportunities will soon appear before you, and some of them may surprise you. They may not look like the future you once imagined or follow the plans you expected, but they are not appearing by accident. Every opportunity has been carefully positioned to align with the purpose I have written over your life. Learn to trust the quiet confirmation that rises within you when something is truly right. even when you cannot immediately understand why a door has opened. That inner peace is one of the ways I lead you. It is part of my guidance, gently directing your steps toward what belongs in your future. You will also begin to notice that fears which once controlled your decisions no longer have the same influence over your heart. The obstacles that once seemed impossible will gradually lose their power. This is not because those fears were never real. It is because you are growing beyond them. I am lifting you into a place where fear no longer determines your direction. Instead, you will walk with quiet confidence and steady courage, knowing that you are being guided and supported every step of the way. At the same time, a deep renewal is taking place within your spirit. You will begin to feel lighter, even while walking through circumstances that once would have weighed heavily upon your heart. This is not because your circumstances have completely changed yet, but because you are changing. Your perspective is shifting, and that shift is allowing you to experience life in a different way. You are beginning to see beyond the surface and recognize the deeper movement happening around you. Type 222 to receive miracles. You are also entering a time where your efforts will begin to produce visible results. For a long time, you have been putting in energy without seeing immediate outcomes. That phase is coming to an end. What you have been building quietly is now ready to be seen. This is not a sudden change without reason. It is the result of everything you have been doing behind the scenes. Now it is coming into the light. There is something important about how you handle this shift. Stay grounded and do not rush ahead of what is unfolding. You do not need to prove anything or force results. What is meant for you will come into your life in the right way and at the right time. Your role is to stay aligned, to listen, and to move when you feel guided. This is how you stay connected to the flow of what I am doing. You will also begin to notice a stronger sense of purpose in your daily life. Even small actions will start to feel meaningful. You will see how different parts of your life connect in ways that did not make sense before. This is because the bigger picture is starting to reveal itself. You are no longer moving without direction. You are stepping into a path that has been prepared for you. There is a protection over this season that you need to respect. Not everything needs to be shared with everyone. Some things are meant to be held quietly until they are fully established. This is not about hiding. It is about protecting what is still growing. Trust your instincts when it comes to what you share and what you keep to yourself. This awareness will help you stay aligned with what I am doing. You are also being reminded that you are not defined by your past. Whatever has happened before this moment does not limit what can happen next. I am not looking at your past to decide your future. I am looking at your heart, your growth, and your willingness to trust. That is what determines what comes next in your life. And right now, everything is opening in your favor. As you move forward, you will begin to see the impossible in ways that feel personal and real, not as something distant, but as something that touches your life directly. You will see doors open that you did not knock on. You will experience moments of clarity that guide you at the right time. You will feel supported in ways that remind you that you are not alone. This is the reality you are stepping into. What if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. What you are walking into now will begin to feel more real with each passing moment, as if something invisible is slowly becoming visible right in front of you. You may not be able to explain it fully, but you will sense it in the way things begin to respond to you. Doors that once felt heavy will open with ease, and paths that once seemed blocked will begin to clear without struggle. This is how the impossible continues to unfold, not in loud displays, but in steady, undeniable movement. I am not only changing what happens around you, I am changing how life responds to your presence. There is a deeper level of confidence rising within you, one that is not based on external validation. This confidence will feel quiet but strong, like a steady voice inside you that reminds you that you are exactly where you need to be. You will no longer feel the same need to seek approval or reassurance from others. Instead, you will begin to trust what you feel and what you know deep inside. This is part of your transformation. Learning to stand firmly without needing constant confirmation. Type yes if you believe. You will also begin to notice that your energy is different, and people around you will sense it even if they cannot explain it. Some will be drawn to you, while others may feel uncomfortable without knowing why. This is not something you need to control. It is simply a reflection of the shift taking place within you. As you align more closely with what I am doing, your presence will naturally reflect that alignment. There will be moments when unexpected opportunities appear, and they may come quickly. Do not hesitate out of fear when these moments arise. Instead, take a moment to feel the guidance within you and then move with trust. These opportunities are not random chances. They are part of the path I am opening for you. Each step you take in trust will lead to the next part of what I have prepared. You may also feel a sense of release from things that once held emotional weight over you. Memories that once caused pain may no longer affect you in the same way. This is not because those memories disappeared, but because their hold over you is being broken. I am freeing you from the past so that you can fully step into what is ahead. This freedom is part of the impossible, a release that comes from within. There is also a new sense of balance coming into your life. Areas that once felt chaotic will begin to settle. You will find yourself handling situations with a calmness that surprises even you. This is not something you are forcing. It is something that is naturally emerging as you align with me. The more you stay connected, the more this balance will grow. Type 777 if you trust God. You are also being guided to recognize your own worth in a deeper way. Not based on what you achieve, but based on who you are. You have always had value, even when you did not fully see it. Now that value is becoming clear to you. You will begin to treat yourself with the same care and respect that you have often given to others. This shift will change how you move through life. There is also a strengthening of your intuition happening right now. You will begin to sense what is right for you and what is not, without needing long explanations. This inner guidance will become clearer with time. It will help you make decisions that align with your purpose. Trust this guidance, even when it leads you in directions you did not expect. You may also notice that your focus is shifting away from things that once seemed important but no longer feel meaningful. This is not a loss. It is a realignment. I am helping you let go of what no longer serves you, so that you can fully embrace what does. This process may feel uncomfortable at times, but it is necessary for your growth. Trust that what is leaving is making space for something greater. There is also a deep sense of gratitude that will begin to rise within you, not just for what you receive, but for how far you have come. You will begin to see your journey in a different light. Even the difficult moments will start to make sense as part of your growth. This gratitude will keep you grounded and connected to what is happening. You are not just moving forward. You are evolving into a version of yourself that is aligned with your purpose. This evolution is not something that happens overnight, but it is happening steadily. Each step you take is part of this transformation. You are becoming stronger, clearer, and more aligned with what I have prepared for you. As you move deeper into this unfolding, you will begin to understand that what I am doing is not temporary or fragile. It is something steady, something that will continue to build and strengthen over time. You are not stepping into a moment that fades quickly. You are stepping into a season that carries weight and purpose. This is why everything feels different. It is not just a change. It is a foundation being set for what comes next in your life. There will be moments when you feel a quiet realization rising within you, as if something finally makes sense after a long time of confusion. You will start to connect the pieces of your journey and see how everything has been leading you here. Even the delays, the setbacks, and the moments that felt like failures will begin to reveal their purpose. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was meaningless. Everything has been part of preparing you for this exact point. Type yes to receive miracles. Could there be a hidden part of your mind affecting the way you attract financial opportunities? A Columbia study connected to CIA-linked research points to a specific brain mechanism that may be activated through a simple 7-second ritual. Supported by findings from 4 neuroscience laboratories, this approach is helping many people move beyond financial hardship into lives marked by greater stability and abundance. Many are now moving into dream homes, purchasing luxury vehicles, and finally enjoying the vacations they once believed were beyond their reach. This information may not remain available online for much longer. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. You are also stepping into a season where your decisions will be marked by confidence instead of uncertainty. The confusion that once surrounded your choices will begin to fade, replaced by a quiet assurance that guides your next steps. Rather than feeling lost whenever you face a new direction, you will sense a steady clarity leading you forward. This is happening because I am teaching you to recognize my guidance more clearly. The more you trust it, the more naturally you will walk in it. Another important transformation is taking place within you. For a long time, you may have overlooked your own strength or questioned whether you were capable of carrying the responsibilities before you. But that perspective is changing. You are beginning to see yourself through a new lens. You are recognizing the resilience, wisdom, and courage that have been growing within you through every challenge you have overcome. This renewed understanding will influence every area of your life. It will shape the way you think, the way you respond to difficulties, and the confidence with which you pursue the future I have prepared for you. You will also begin to see the reward for your patience in ways you never expected. Situations that once seemed unable to move will suddenly begin making progress. Conversations that were once filled with tension will become easier and more productive. This is not because every circumstance has magically become simple. It is because the appointed time has arrived. What once could not move forward was waiting for the right season. Now everything is beginning to come into alignment with the moment I have prepared for you.